Greetings. She comes and goes. Sure. All right. All right. So this is kind of like similar to yesterday's Pleiadian energies outside the timeline. I'm just gonna see what she's up to. He's on the tearing down background binge. All right. So yeah, it's kind of like the same thing as before, and also the Divine Comedy came to mind. For some reason, I was thinking that was the Shakespeare play or something like that. For some reason, I forgot it was Dante's Inferno. So we're kind of living that, the modern version. Yeah, I don't know if my channel is really growing. I mean, it looks like the numbers are the same or maybe less than when I started. Jeez. Well, it's just also the energy of, yeah, you can't worry. I mean, it's just the energy of humanity. It's like they don't care, whatever. Maybe I don't know if they'll ever care, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if there is a year on that after I'm gone, which doesn't seem like that'll be anytime soon. I guess I'm here for another 40 years, I guess. And hopefully things move away from where it is right now. Gee, if it continues like this forever, God help me. Oh, well, whatever. Take what you can get. So yeah, Pleiadian energies. Yeah, well, I just figured connect to somebody. It's maybe they could the algorithm can connect with. So yeah, the Pleiadian energies of just or anyone that's is outside this reality. That voice those that are more. I don't think about the more physical and non-physical side of it, but yeah, some of us just don't play by the physical rules. Let's put it that way, like ever. And some of us have like a mission where we're just supposed to be disconnected from it, like completely. Jeez. Pretty much, it's like being a ghost. It's like you're here, but you're not here. You can just look at my YouTube channel numbers and see that. It's like he's here, but he's been doing this for almost 10 years now, and the numbers really haven't gone anywhere. It's like, interesting. What does that say? So that's what I mean. I don't know if this stuff will ever get anywhere with anyone will ever care. Not that I care, but yeah, maybe when we go back to the Stone Age, we're kind of already there in our own form. But it's basically outside this timeline of those that are here that can't really relate to this reality. Here, bring your point of view to the society that thinks it knows everything when truly doesn't know anything. It keeps being pulled into the trickster political stuff. Even the spiritual channels are getting pulled into the political stuff to some level. I don't know. It's like that's supposed to be like our way out or something like that. That's the hero or something like that. The hero worship thing going on out there. It's like, yeah, it's pretty messed up. Yeah. So whatever works for you, right? Yeah, well, it's all, as I keep getting, it's a process. I'm kind of tired of hearing that. Yeah, process anyway. And Divine Comedy, or this is this is the Forbidden Planet. Well, like I say, we don't have visitors from other worlds coming here. We don't have dragons showing up. We don't have elf people appearing here. Not like well known. You don't have a giant walking around. I mean, you do to some level. Of course, you also have the conspiracies, all that. A lot of this stuff was around in the past to some level. There's some, like some of the giants, or at least not giant, but still have giants now to some level, but not like 30 feet tall giants. So, of course, now we have more of a way of keeping record of these things. So it just happened to the timeline of just the divine comedy energy. Just I don't know, just the comedy, just the timeline in general. Just what can come from that? A different perspective. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So and of course, the spiritual community. Some of it has a toxic nature to some level. So anyway, more power to you on that one. So just do what you gotta do, right? Oh, do you? All right, so that's right. Also, I'm going to be. I'll just show that in a second. Private sessions, maybe, and a shop here. Also, I'm going to be at a conference. Just on a video stream, really quick. Yeah, it's going to be fast. I haven't put it on any social media. I didn't really feel like it. I know I should be. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from this stuff, in all honesty. Where am I? I'm trying to stay away from all conferences, and just had enough of it all. Of course, this one, they're all trying to sell something, so I'm trying to get away from it all. Just hopefully somebody's getting something out of it. So this is it's an online event. Of course, I don't have the link anywhere. See my wall. Everybody has a picture of it myself. It's just going to be on for 20 minutes. I don't know if this is going to be live anywhere. I think you have to join this thing. So it's Beyond the Veil. Yeah, you have to join it to see it. It's not like I can show anything on it. Like I say, I'm trying to stay away from this stuff. Just because it doesn't exactly have the best vibes, that's for sure. So anyway, not that anybody's perfect, but anyway. So all right, so going to Pleiadian energies outside the timeline. Always get some galactic point of view of that. And of course, those that are changing timelines. Of course, the timeline here takes forever to change, but that's a good thing. Wait for change. Not when it takes forever, though. Just the way the process is. Yeah, well, obviously, a lot of stuff non-physical is still difficult for people here in the physical to process. And try to humanize it, which is nothing wrong with that. Like you feel like you go into the astral realm, everybody's human, and it's really just energy. It might appear as human because we experience this, for such a long time, or so used to it. But you can just take different forms, or just energy, or just frequency, and that's it. For some here can't handle that. You have to be something. Some are bugs, that's for sure. You got that one down. It's like, what are you really, though? And you need to change into what they really are. So, there's some of that going on, that's for sure. So, all right, so we're going to, so Pleiadian energies, we're just going to connection and see what comes through of that. Keep this one kind of short. Sorry, blessings. Here we go. Greetings with the Pleiadians. Well, there's different. Everyone is at a different level, as you can see. So just because you're part of the galactics doesn't mean you're all talking to each other. Doesn't mean you're all having the same experiences. Some that are here as a human can be more human-like, meaning that you can still live the human timeline, meaning that you can relate to society still. You still have some kind of connection to it, some form as well. You have, the human experience, let's put it that way. Family life, whatever it might be. But then some of you are here truly to be outside of it. And it's not just play, it's different races. A lot of it is the gray is very much kind of a loner frequency, but once again, it's part of, if are you here to incarnate in this world, but also disconnect from society, meaning not to be a loner, but to disconnect from the programming that's going on that is on so many different levels. And you're just not there to feed it, or they're just not there to experience it. Obviously experience it to some level, but not to the degree where everyone else does. And it's just for your mission it's different. You just go with the flow of it basically. And so there's main timeline people, and then there's you can say the outsider. You're still part of the main timeline, but you're kind of on the outskirts of it. You're just not taking on a lot of the soul journeys that others do. Doesn't mean it's always going to be some kind of challenge, but not necessarily a challenge of and some are connected to the delusional timeline. Some are trying to control others, as you see, is very popular. Well, because they see a society as lost, so they're using their spirituality as a weapon to get whatever they want, to gain power for themselves. There's a lot of that happening here. And so it is frequency. They shift their vibe for you to be attracted to that energy field and also be lost in their, in anything that they sell you. There's a lot of that happening here. But once again, it is all a journey. And so sometimes they have to take the wrong direction eventually to take the right one. So sometimes they have to be bitten for you to wake up. So sometimes they have to take many different directions. Sometimes it's self-sabotage to awaken yourself, to break out of the matrix, as they say. At least the mindset here. But there's different levels of that. Some feel like they're awakened, know about the aliens and all, but there's different levels of that. Obviously, there's a drama secret space program version, the drama and all is different, and there's arrogant energies that some have to go through and so on. When you step out of all of that, you might feel alone, but at least you're not part of the weeds of it all. But of course, you still feel, like you're outside the storm in some regard. Of course, you're still part of this reality to some level. It's just you're not part of all of the, the maze of confusion, you can say. So as for the forbidden earth frequency, well, this world is closed off for it to figure itself out. So we can look at it as a positive or negative, but society here, you can say shut it off from the universe. I mean, you're not shut off from the universe, still connected to it. It's just that you have to deal with what you have to deal with before you start connecting to other worlds. You have to kind of eventually get this all sorted out at some point. Well, humanity eventually will get tired of all this cycle that you're in currently, but it's going to take a while. It's not just like all of society all of a sudden just dumps everything that you're going through currently and just, okay, we're ready to move on. It doesn't work that way. It's a process, but it's also, you already agreed to all these timelines that's occurring. You just can't drop it just like that. What do you do yourself? We have to learn. You have to, get to that level. It's like you're in school. It's different than school. It's a lot more educated actually than what you receive in school, but you actually feel yourself. It's like climbing up a mountain, you can say, outside of you're part of the physical realm, but you're also disconnecting from the programmings here. That's a great deal. You can call it the matrix. You have to call it something, but the mind field, and there's just a level of comfort that many are connected to in their spiritual development, and they're just they just like being there, and they're not quite ready to disconnect from all this physical, pressures. They're still like they're at a yeah, that's where the new age energy goes, where you just get kind of you feel comfortable, and obviously you want to really step out, and that's when you become like more alien when you really truly step out of everyone's energy. You call it being a loner, but also it's just doesn't mean you have to be a loner, but it's just you're disconnecting from society in general. It's basically just this. It's the programming. Not that you're trying to disconnect from society in general. It's just you want to be part of that mindset that takes you nowhere. Well, it takes you somewhere, but maybe not where you want to go. Do you want to be free of all of it? It's not easy, of course, but it's like letting go of the web, the tangled web. Now, some of you, interesting, are outside of all that already. But of course, you want to try to create relationships, personal relationships, and like a life, as they call it. Nothing wrong with that, but obviously you're having trouble connecting because your energy field is so different. Yes, because you're here to connect to somebody that's covered in chaos, and you don't have that chaos. You're not perfect, but you don't have all that chaotic frequency. Because people here are attracted to chaos. It's like it's not always looks, it's just chaotic energy. And you wonder like this attraction or twin flame frequency. And I always say not everybody's involved with that, but there's a lot of that here. It's like, it's kind of like being attracted to like an amusement park ride. Thing is, when you get on it, it's like, oh, I did not realize it's going to go into this one. Yeah. And then you're stuck there for a while. And that could be 10, 20 years, depending on the situation. So that's the life in the third dimension. Now, some of you you're shift your frequency, you cannot connect to this. I mean, you try things out, but you jump out quickly. Just because you can see where that's going. But a lot of people don't have that. They just, once they agree to it, they're stuck there for some time. So, but it's called normalcy or whatever it might call it. And it's interesting also the government is aware of this too. Like, not to say they're perfect, but some of them are alien, you can say. Well, some of them are college professors, some of them. Well, not on a judgmental level. Like, they can stay out of all this nonsense too. And they can also see all this spiritual growth. I mean, truly the outside of this reality. Like you really step out and connect to the universe more clearly, because you can't do that in society because it's all storms. It's all, not that they're not to be judgmental towards it, but society's just chaotic. Not all, but there's a lot of that there. And when you truly step out of it, it becomes more peaceful. It's not as exciting as the chaos world, though. It's like you're connected to a world of peace. In this world, it's like it's more fun where it's just madness. As some of you know. Yeah, some of you are just too peaceful for this reality. Yeah, you might show your dark side, might get mad at society, but really you just get frustrated by all the people that just want entertainment for the soul, or just the soul suck you, or whatever it is. It's just going to take you down a rabbit hole you don't want to go down. Or that's one way of looking at it. So that's why you're outside the timeline. You don't need it. You might feel lonely, but there's just doesn't mean you won't attract the right connection, but some just cannot let go of this chaotic frequency. So, and some of you that are trying to connect to chaotic energy, maybe bring some sanity to it, still can't do it because it's too much chaos. You can't make that work if your life depended on it, because they're just so covered in just, the wrong direction. Well, that's what they want. That's what they need, but it doesn't mean you have to go on that path. Yeah, basically dissension, basically going backwards. So you couldn't do it if you tried. Now some do. They go to drugs and things like that. So anyway, all right.